Okay, strapped for cash but wanted to start HEMA? Let's look at how we can do it on a budget. Hello and welcome to another episode of the HEMA Show. I, like always, am your host Stuart, and this is edited by Andy. I'm giggling because Andy's just seen the outtake. So today we're looking at HEMA and how to start HEMA. Let's say you are new to HEMA and you're thinking about your first kit purchases. What do you need to purchase and how much is it going to set you back realistically? And let's see how much we can shave it down by. So without further ado, let's roll. Kit is a big part of HEMA. HEMA is a kit-heavy sport. It's not something like football where you can spend 100 quid or 200 quid on football boots and you're done. I assume. I imagine football boots get nuts actually. But it's not like a singular item. It's not like badminton where you buy a racket. We've got shitloads of stuff. If you're doing HEMA right, you've got 2 or 3 bags of crap that you're just carrying around all the time. So it is a kit-heavy sport, and wondering or understanding what kit to get to start with can be very, very tricky. I get this question a lot of, Stu, what kit should I buy? And my answer is always this: what sword do you want? That's the important bit, because the sword that you are going to be fighting with dictates the kit that you need. Different swords have different levels of kit. My default, if people don't know what they want to fight and they really want to get kit, my default would be get kitted up for longsword, because that's the highest level of kit that you need, and you can always scale down. You can always not wear something that you have. Say if you want to do something like arming sword, side sword even. So you can always scale back the kit that you wear, but you can't magic it out of your I've sworn. I've said. Right, YouTube has got this weird thing at the moment, whereas if you swear within the first 4 or 5 minutes of the video, then it just absolutely tanks the analytics. So Andy, for that little tirade, can you just put a sound effect over me swearing, please? It can't be a, oh, this is ridiculous. Tangent time. It can't be a bleep either, because YouTube have figured out that bleeps mean swearing. Ergo, not safe for kids. Ergo, they bump it down. So saying is exactly the same as it bleeping when I said exactly. All of that's going to be bleeped out because I can't. Oh, it's ridiculous. Get it sorted. YouTube, you bunch of useless. So, Andy, can you pick a... I'm swearing so much. Can you pick a sound effect out of somewhere that's just totally unrelated to censorship, like a duck quacking or a baby giggling or something? Just so YouTube doesn't stick their... Ridiculous. Also, all of those, please. Anyway, you know. Right, coloured bar me back in here, please. Right, rant over. Should we actually do it? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God, I sworn again. Right, so the following kit's recommendations are for longsword because it's easier to scale down than it is to magic stuff out of your... Yes, excellent. So, without further ado, I shall produce my research, which is incredibly professionally written down on my daughter's doodling pad. Drawn a monster. Not that you guys give it. Right, so I'm going to give you 2 options here, and the options will become fairly self-evident. So, getting kitted up for HEMA, this is without a sword included, okay? And this is assuming that you are going to go for longsword because of the aforementioned paring down. So, first things first is you get ready for synthetics first, if you wish. Now, I know I've just had another video, I don't know if it's gone out yet, I don't know what order it's going to go out in, on the rulings or synthetics and their relevancy to today. If that's not gone out yet, then it will make sense next week. If it has gone out, then, you know, bear that in mind, that are they still relevant for what you're doing in your HEMA? So first and foremost, the starter kits from the HEMA shop are very good value for money. I would recommend starter kit number 3. Now, whether you go for longsword starter kit, arming sword starter kit, or what's the third one they do? Messer, I think. Kit number 3 is the best. That's the one with the mask, the gloves, the sword, the box, and the leg protectors. That actually, for not that much money, gives you a lot of kit. And that gets you 90% of the way there for being synthetic safe, or what I, at my club, would consider synthetic safe. And all of that you can get £208. which actually, when you think about it, really isn't that bad. Bear in mind that the rolling saws are 50 quid alone at the moment, and most of those items are going to be around about 50 quid or more. It's actually a pretty good saving. So if you're looking to get a bulk of it bought in one swoop, the starter kits are great. The starter kit 3 is, yes, 3. Starter kit 3 is the one that I would recommend starting on. Next up, you need to start thinking about your torso. Here, the Red Dragon Sparring Jacket comes in really handy. It offers the most protection for the cheapest possible. Funnily enough, all the ones that come up on the Night Shop are Red Dragon branded. Shock at that they are priced best. But yeah, it comes in 155 quid. That is thick enough that that will be absolutely fine for fighting with synthetics with nothing added onto it. I would recommend that you do, but you don't have to. So the Red Dragon Sparring Jacket, 155 quid, on top of the starter kit number 3, it's absolutely fine. And then the Red Dragon, to be honest, the Red Dragon Sparring Pants are actually pretty good as well. They are £67.50. So if you want to protect your legs, those breeches, the Red Dragon Sparring Pants, are really, really good as well. All of these will get you 100% synthetic safe. Once you've done that point, you are ready to go in HEMA, fully kitted out for synthetic. And that much will set you back £430.50. So not an insignificant amount of money, but it's less than a set of golf bats. The fuck do you use when you play golf? Golf. Clubs, there we go. Golf bats, fucking idiot. Oh my God, I'm swearing, stop swearing. Anyway, so £430.50, that gets you going synthetic safe. Now, this is not steel safe. There are upgrades that you need to get to make yourself safe for steel. So on top of that £430, you need to get yourself some forearm and elbow protectors, because that is just going to crunch on that elbow. You really need to protect here and here. The Red Dragon forearm and elbow protectors for £45 on top are absolutely essential. And then you need a mask overlay to keep the back of the head safe and cushion the blows on the mask. The Red Dragon full mask overlay for £45. So all of that is the kit that you'll need, and now you need to start thinking about gloves. Honestly, if you're going for longsword, don't fuck about. Oh God, stop swearing, Stu. Don't mess about. Get the lobsters. I think they're crap, but they're actually very protective. For what you're paying, they're very good. Now, they're not unprotective, they're just cumbersome. They're big, they're uncomfortable, they're kind of a pain in the ass to keep clean as well. But for the protection that they offer you, it makes you safe for steel, and that's an extra £162.65 on top of that. The Spez lobsters are the only Spez item of kit on here. The rest of it is Red Dragon, because buying it from the HEMA shop or the Night shop is probably, unless you're outside of the UK, the cheapest place to buy, or certainly the most easily available place to buy. So to get yourself steel safe, that's your starter kit, your jacket, your breeches, forearm protectors, mask overlay, and lobsters, or mittens, gloves. To get fully steel safe in one fell swoop is £683.15. And that realistically, in good conscience, now there are cheaper ways of doing it, that is a key phrase I want you guys to figure out here. In good conscience, that's as cheap as I can get it down to make you safe. You could go for cheaper, but you are certainly going to put yourself at higher risk. For example, the Red Dragon gloves are about as much use as a cum-soaked rag on your hands. They do shit, they're useless, especially if you're going for longsword. They'll just be absolutely destroyed. So they're not fit for purpose. They're fine-ish, give or take, for saber. Side sword, maybe, even if push comes to shove, if you don't have any thocks or anything, or any Infinity Gauntlets, then they'll do for a push. Just be bloody careful. But yeah, this is as cheap as you can get it in good conscience. So if you want to go from 0 to steel, or 0 to synthetic, you are looking at 430 quid. 0 to steel, you're looking at 800 and, nope, shit, 680. So that's where you're looking, how to get ready for HEMA. But there is more. There is one alternative option, depending on, oh my God, we had a whole week where we didn't have any sirens. This week, siren. Dicks. Ooh, look at me, I'm in an ambulance, I'm saving lives. Great. I'm in a weird mood. You can ignore me. There is an alternative, and this is a little controversial, I don't give a shit. Some people really rag on this provider, but it is superior fencing. And you know what? If all you can afford is superior fencing, then that's all you can afford. That's fine. Anyone gives you shit for what you can afford, you tell them to fuck right off. No one should be judging you by the amount of money that you're able to spend. If it's a toss-up between you getting superior fencing kit and being able to do HEMA and not being able to afford this and not doing HEMA, clearly get involved. Yeah. If anyone gives you grief because that's all you can afford, you tell them to do one. Sure, a long walk off a short pier, in my opinion. But anyway, superior fencing, despite what you think of them, what some people may think of them, do offer incredibly cheap kit. Honestly, I don't really have that much of an issue with them. I barely give much of a shit about anything, to be honest. So really, I don't have any issue with superior fencing. And if someone comes up to my club with superior fencing kit, I don't really have an issue with it. And if it's all they can afford, then, you know, fine. It's what you can afford. Crack on. I'd rather you be doing the sport. Anyway, get down off my freaking soapbox up here. So, superior fencing also do starter kits. But unlike the Red Dragon stuff, these starter kits for superior fencing cover pretty much everything. They're just one whacking great big blob of kit, and everything you need is in these one thing. And the best price for protection and price is the superior fencing starter kit number 4. That comes in at $370 or £306.15. Now that is not factoring in delivery. Delivery on top is fucking no, Google it. But you get an awful lot of kit. That will be legs, arms, I mean, that's everything. That's everything that I noted in the first one. But it's half the price, almost literally half the price. So honestly, you go for what's appropriate for you. If you want to go for all Red Dragon stuff, or if you've heard about superior fencing, or it's not for you, the superior fencing stuff, and you can afford the Red Dragon, go down that route, that's fine, but that's what you're looking at to get yourself kitted up. Or if you can't afford it, or you can only afford a couple of £100 now and you can upgrade stuff later, and you want to get it all, go for the superior fencing stuff. It's fine. If anyone gives you grief, tell them to fuck off, or even better, hit him with a sword. Anyway, hope that helps and gives you a few pointers on what direction to go. Catch you next time. Bye. So you can always scale back the kit that you wear, but you can't magic shit out of your ass. Bollocks, I've sworn. Shit, I've said bollocks. Bollocks, I said shit. Fuck. Cunt.